Okay, so I've relatively recently been trying to tell the truth, I guess you would say, and to live by the truth and try to follow the best path that I can aim for. And it's not been easy at times. And to be truthful with yourself, to be truthful about the situation you find yourself in. And came across scripture in James chapter 5, verse 12. It says, "But above all, my brothers, do not swear either by heaven or by earth or by any other oath, but let your yes be yes and your no be no, so that you may not fall under condemnation." And I'm reading that now. I want to be the kind of man eventually that when I say yes or when I say no, that is good as a promise. That is good by, swearing. Especially during this time, you would swear by your Creator, by the Lord, by whatever God you worshipped. You swear by an oath. You pledged yourself to most likely a strong man. What I mean by strong man is somebody influential that controlled the area. You swear yourself to that. So to make a point, you would swear by your oath. And but James is saying to become the kind of person that whatever you say is the truth. And not only the truth, but your word has weight. And that probably takes time and it takes discipline to, when you say you're going to do something, you do it. When you say you're not going to do something, you don't do it. And you say you're going to help somebody out, you do. And so basically it's telling the truth in every situation and telling the truth to yourself. And of course that's easier said than done. But in John verse 8, I think it's verse 32, Jesus talking, says to a group of Jews, and in the latter part of verse 31, it says, this is Jesus talking, he says, "If you abide in my word, you are truly my disciples, and you will know the truth, and the truth will set you free." So as Christians, we are following the truth. We are following the word and following Christ, and you're aiming to be like Christ. That's what Christian means, to be a follower of Christ. So you aimed to be like him. And as Christ says, truth will set you free. So if you speak the truth, if you live it, there's no weight on your shoulders. In my opinion, I think you see a lot of people, politicians are a good example. Being a president, they say that the stress gets to them because you see the before and after pictures when the president took office to when he leaves office, and most recently, except for Trump, those presidents had 8 years they were in office, and just in that 8 years, which isn't a real long time, you can tell they aged. Not only their hair more gray, but just everything you see has really diminished, and that may be the weight. But I think a lot of politicians, I think there's a lot of not telling the truth, and I think maybe in our human minds they wouldn't consider it lying, but of course, if you don't tell the truth, you are lying. But maybe it's not a full blown lie. But you look at politicians. I've seen people that cut corners their whole life, especially anybody that or running a business, right? Like I said, or just not the greatest people. I do believe it catches up with them in the end. A lot of times, health wise, they could be in their 60s and 70s, and they could be on the death's doorstep. And I think it's because they have a lot of weight on them of not telling the truth and being truthful to themselves and aiming to be decent people. and like I said, may affect their health, affect, they don't have anybody at, end of their life. There's really nobody around them. They have no family members, no friends to be there for them. And so I do believe it does catch up with you in the end. So, but I think if you tell the truth, aim to be a better person. And I've been reading a book called The Way of the Warrior Poet by John Lovell, firearm instructor. I actually took his class a few years ago now. But anyway, I was reading it. He talked about how being a great man and being a good man, how being a good man tries to balance everything, and not trying to be, trying to be great as have one single purpose and be selfish towards it, but to be a great man and to be well balanced and to be, to be respected by your family, your friends, by your community. That recent Tim McGraw song, I can't remember what the title is, but basically talking about how long is your funeral procession going to be? How much impact did you truly make? So anyway, I know myself. I'm going to continue to try to do better, and let my words have weight, and probably take time to do that. And as anything worthwhile doing is, but I won't get to a point where people, if I say something, people believe it, or if anything, they understand that I believe it, and I, for myself, probably, which is more important, I believe it myself wherever I think I believe it. Of course, someone might be opinion, and I might be wrong if shown evidence, but how I live my life and my core values, I don't want to try to waver from that and develop that and to make those stronger. So anyway, I appreciate it to anybody who does watch these videos.